a great day, great night, great week whenever y'all are watching this shit right here. We finna recap Real Housewives of Atlanta episode 6, okay? I have been on the ball with my recaps for Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, I have not been on the ball with my Love and Hip Hop recaps, and I promise y'all on everything I love, those are coming back, okay? Because I know I took a little bit of a hiatus from those last couple of episodes, and honestly, I meant to do them every time. However, then a new episode would come out, and then I would mean to recap that one, and then another one would come out, and that's what happened the last 2 episodes. So I promise y'all, we gonna do a recap for Love and Hip Hop this week as well. So trust and believe, y'all might see me looking just like this yet again. And for those of you guys who wanted to see the tutorial on how I got my blurple hair, which you might be able to see the hair color a lot better now, okay? That link will be down below, or I'll annotate it someplace here, but I definitely put the tutorial up of how I got my blurple hair, okay? So I want to make sure to tell you that. And yeah, that's about it. I know my eye makeup don't match the shirt. Y'all know I always match my shit. I'm testing out some makeup products that I will be doing a first impressions video on very shortly, so you're gonna see a lot of random shit on my face because I'm trying out some new things, all right? So be on the lookout for that video. I'll let you guys know when that's up, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. We got Candy, we've got Carmen, her best friend, which is also her assistant. We got Todd, all right? So they're talking about what happened from when Todd and Candy and Mama Joyce then had their little sit down, their little powwow, whatever, when Mama Joyce wanted to go gangster on Todd and shit. Candy's telling Carmen, you know, how she apologized for a couple of things, which was some bullshit. And then on top of that, you know, she tripped on the fact that all the pictures on the wall were a bunch of Todd and not enough of her, and she didn't have not one picture up in that motherfucker. And of course, Candy tells Carmen, who's just her assistant, you know, in-house assistant, to go ahead and try to put as many of her mama up, which was some dumbass shit. Y'all already know how I feel about Mama Joyce. I have completely changed my opinion about that whole entire situation with regard to the way that Mama Joyce is acting. That bitch is acting a motherfucking fool. And I mean bitch in every possible respectful way possible, because I know that's her mama, but she acting a plumb fool, and now she wants to go ahead and do what her mama says and put the damn photos up on the wall, which is stupid. So Todd comes over, overhears some of the conversations, like, well, who the fuck is living here? I mean, you can't have your mama run everything going on in your life, and on top of that, you're supposed to be getting married, and she's disrespecting, not only is she disrespecting Carmen, but she's also disrespecting your future husband, which again, I have to side with Todd on this shit, because Mama Joyce, I don't know what the fuck got into her from all the other seasons previous. Do y'all remember her tripping on AJ, or is that his name? You know, rest in peace, but do y'all remember her tripping on AJ like that? Like, I don't remember her really tripping on motherfuckers like she is with this Todd thing. So I don't know why she's so on this guy. And maybe because it's the closest that she's ever been with somebody, or whatever the case. You know, closest to possibly for real getting married, the closest to maybe for real doing, you know, crossing that line and getting married or whatever. Either way, Mama acting a damn fool, and Todd was basically like, look, you need to stand up to your mama. You know, no disrespect. You don't need to disrespect her, but she has to respect your boundaries and respect your life and respect the fact that you finna get married and this is your future husband. So we're gonna see what happens with that. We got some new motherfuckers in the mix here, all right? We got Monique, we got Chuck, and then of course our old heads Greg and Nene. So Greg and Nene are cool with Chuck and Monique, and it's Monique like M-Y-N or whatever, so that's why I'm fucking pronouncing her name like that and shit, all right? So they go over to Chuck and Monique's house. Now, Chuck and Monique are cool with, I guess, Nene more so than anything, but I guess, you know, Chuck, you know, became cool with Greg through Nene, and as Nene's trying to explain and shit about their affiliation or association in regards to their wedding and shit, she talks about the fact that Chuck, this retired NFL player or whatever that they didn't went to visit or whatever, was a groomman in the wedding. Here's the problem that I have. Bitch, if you don't pluralize some shit in your life, this motherfucker don't want no kind of plurals. She wants everything singular. First the motherfucker said bridesmaid, then this motherfucker said the aide. Now the motherfucker said grooming. Can you put an S on any motherfucking thing in your life? For real, like just make something plural for once. I'm sitting here like, for real, grooming, bitch? Grooming? So here's another interesting tidbit in this whole scenario as they're sitting outside having a little something parlaying or whatever. And I guess there's some additional history. I guess supposedly Chuck has messed around or had a little something with Candy. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is with all of these extra affiliations, everybody done mess around with everybody else or whatever the fuck. What I'm trying to figure out, ain't no other motherfuckers in Atlanta. I mean, how has everybody got some kind of affiliation with each other? I mean, I'm talking about physical affiliation or whatever the fuck ain't no other bitches in Atlanta. So she done, you know, supposedly had some kind of past with Chuck saying that, you know, they only went out once or twice or whatever the fuck. And Nene's like, I don't believe the motherfucker because he done said he's dated the bitch. So he has a history with Candy. But what was fucking hilarious as hell, and I know a lot of motherfuckers were trying to figure out how Phaedra got Apollo. I mean, I know he was in the pen and shit. You know, he probably ain't got no ass, you know, whatever. Not the kind of ass, you know, that, you know, she might have been able to give him in the pen, you know, whatever the fuck he was. So, I know a lot of us were wondering what the fuck and how the fuck that shit went down. Because, I mean, I'm not saying Phaedra's not cute or whatever, but Phaedra and Apollo, they don't really go together. Well, I found out just why. Because Nene decided to fill us in on the fact that her, Chuck, and Phaedra all went to the same school at one point in their life. And that supposedly, back in the day, Phaedra was the head doctor. And I don't mean no doctorate degree or doctor for real, with, you know, the MD at the back or whatever, or that she was a brainiac and maybe had a little intelligence. I'm talking about the head doctor. Now, y'all know, they don't call you no damn head doctor if you ain't skilled at what you do. I'm just saying. Do you, boo-boo? That's how she got Apollo, y'all. Speaking of slobbing the knob, okay? So, we go on to Phaedra and Apollo. So, I guess Apollo, he done talked to Peter. Y'all already saw that in the last episode. Apollo decides to go ahead and come on over to Phaedra and, you know, apologize for whatever the fucking y'all saw. He almost backtracked and got his ass in trouble again, you know, talking all over himself and shit, talking about you weren't listening to what I said. I was like, motherfucker, if you don't just apologize to this bitch so you can close the door on this motherfucking Kenya shit, because honestly, I'm over hearing about this Kenya shit since neither one of them motherfuckers is talking about whatever the fuck really for real happened. But either way, she accepted his apology. But what I want to know is why the fuck he needed to go there. This motherfucker was like,
remember you used to bend over and let me stick it in the back?
Tell us how you really feel, Apollo. Hey, I don't blame him. Look, we already know she gives good head, so she had to have done something freaky deaky to get that motherfucker in her house. You know what I'm saying? So this next scene, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I'm kind of, you know, happy about the shit because it's the first time in a long ass motherfucking time that them bitches have all been on the same, I guess, segment together, because for a minute I done forgot those other motherfucking bitches exist, as much as the last couple of episodes have focused on Mama Joyce, Todd, and Candy's ass. Not to say that we don't, you know, have some shit going on between the three of them here in a little bit with Carmen included, but y'all know I recap my, you know, shows as I watch them or whatever. So, it was refreshing to see all them bitches together, okay? The only person that didn't come, you know, we had Cynthia, we had Phaedra, we had Kenya, you know, who hasn't been around them bitches in a minute and a half. Let's see, Phaedra, Nene, we had Candy, they went over to her house, they're supposed to be doing some kind of cabaret bullshit dancing or whatever. So her instructor was there, Candy's instructor, a couple other people that Candy knows or whatever. They get to talking, asking where Portia's at, okay? Turns out Portia was admitted to the hospital or had to go to the ER or whatever the fuck. She done fainted and kind of, you know, collapsed down the stairs or whatever the fuck. So they get to talking about that. Of course, Nene calls in, checks up on her, which, you know, kind of happy that they did. You know, it seems as though everybody, you know, is rallying around Portia and all the bullshit going on with the divorce, which is great, okay? The only thing I have to really say about this damn portion of the segment was, there's a couple of things I could say, some of which are going to seem a little harsh, but one of which I need to make sure that I mention. What the fuck was Cynthia wearing to do this little workout? I mean, they were all there for whatever the fuck reason, but more specifically to work out. So what I'm trying to figure out is why in the world is the only motherfucker who's wearing appropriate attire to get their workout on? Why is the only motherfucker who's dressed appropriately is Candy? I mean, even Phaedra's ass, you know, was dressed like in a, you know, thing or whatever for working out, but she was like in a onesie leotard type of situation. And don't get me wrong, ain't never, you know, had no babies or whatever. I understand she done had a baby and all that kind of stuff, you know, but sometimes some of the shit she wears isn't really necessarily appropriate, doesn't necessarily give her the most flattering look, and that particular leotard didn't really do it for her. But what I really want to know is why Cynthia was rocking herself some, you know, some sequins. I mean, and when I mean sequins, like the whole ball of sequins, like the whole thing, just a sequins hat and a sequins top and I mean, I don't know what the fuck the bitch thought she was gonna do. I mean, but whatever. I digress. So we move on to Leon, okay, and Noelle, the little 13-year-old girl, Cynthia's kid or whatever, his kid too. And I guess, you know, they're talking about the fact that she has a boyfriend now, whatever. You know, it's a little bullshit ass, you know, segment of the show. But Leon comes back home, sends, what's her name, off, Noelle off, have a little powwow, sit down with Cynthia. The one thing I can say that I really do appreciate and like from the segments that showcase him is the fact that they all seemingly, the three of them, Peter, Cynthia, as well as girls, Leon, seem to get along very well. And in that type of situation, it would probably be something that you don't, that you can appreciate, because it's not something that's always the case. It's not always the case that, the new husband is cool with the old ex or whatever and is just as part of that child's life in that regard as they seem to be. So it seems to be a good relationship or whatever, but outside of that, ain't nothing going on with this motherfucking thing. Same with this bullshit ass segment right here. I guess Portia and her half-sister, which I forgot her damn name, but y'all know who she is, they go to the, department, where are they at? The drugstore or whatever. She's trying to get a little something for her headaches, and, I feel bad for the girl. Obviously, she's having some stress because she done fainted. She went to the doctor. They said it was stress-related. Any calls, checks up on her or whatever, ironically enough, at that very moment. And that's pretty much about that. So we move on to Miss Kenya Moore and Lori, okay, who is her aunt. Now, we haven't seen her aunt in a minute and a half. Y'all know the last time we saw the bitch, they were talking about Walt's ass and how, she wants to take it to the next level and, what do you expect to do with this man and whatever the fuck. So now they're, having a little stroll. She's all excited because she got a little dog and feels like she's being real maternal because she got a little dog, a little life to take care of and shit. And they go ahead and have a little sit down and shit. And that motherfucker got that same damn old ass, orange ass lipstick on her damn lips. Now look, I love me some orange lipsticks. Y'all know I've been rocking the fuck out of some orange lippy shit. I got purple hair and shit. But my thing is, if she don't retire that motherfucking purple ass lipstick and whatever fucking contour and the motherfucking foundation is about 10 shades darker than her damn skin tone. This motherfucker, she's supposed to be NW, I don't know, fucking 50, and the bitch got a NW 155. I mean, she on some other shit with whatever the fuck she got on her damn face with her smeared eyeshadow and shit, but we won't talk about that shit. She goes on and talks about the fact that she has issues with a lot of the decisions that she makes with regards to men because the issue she has with her mama, and that, she really wants to be a good mother because, she had a really bad relationship with her mama. I'm not shitting on that shit either, but I mean, some of me is kind of like, okay, but you still a grown-ass woman, okay? And some of the shit that you do is just stupid. I don't know that it has anything to do with the fact that you didn't have the best relationship with your mama. I just feel like you just do shit just to do shit, and all this shit she talking about how she got a new man and shit, and this motherfucker from Africa and shit, and I just find it really ironic and kind of funny and shit that the motherfucker that she's dating now, because before she was dating Walt, who we quickly found out that motherfucker was fake. She done told this motherfucker to act like her boyfriend or whatever, and then when he finally figured out her ass was trying to get him to for real act like they was finna get married and shit, the motherfucker bailed. Now she's dating motherfuckers in Zimbabwe and shit, so we can't ever in life see these motherfuckers. So now she talking about, I'm thinking about having a child with this ass. Bitch, please show us who the fuck he is and prove that shit's real. So the scene we have all been waiting for, and that is the scene where Candy is trying on dresses for her wedding. Now, I was cool with the fact that, she was gonna try on wedding dresses and whatnot. I feel like, I don't know why you even trying this shit on when there's so much unrest in your household, but whatever the fuck, whatever works for TV. So Harmon's there with some other motherfucker, some guy, I don't know what his name, I didn't even bother to look, and they're having conversations, and all of a sudden, out the clear blue sky, Mama Joyce comes in with her two motherfucking goons. That would be two of Candy's aunts. Now, why in the world would you feel like it was appropriate for you to have your mama come when you know damn well your mama don't want to have nothing to do with this damn wedding, nor does she want you to marry the motherfucker to begin with? So why would you think this would work? The motherfucker gonna bring two of her aunts who also seem to side with her ass as well. Now, here's where I think this shit is fucking hilarious. Them motherfuckers came in acting like they were gonna do some shit, sat the fuck down. I ain't seen these two aunts to the motherfucking first, and they start to have conversations with Carmen while Candy's in the back, as always, doing some other shit, trying on some clothes or whatever the fuck. Candy's mama knew exactly what the fuck she was there to do. She wasn't there to do no kind of supporting, no kind of nothing. The bitch was there to start some shit, and she had it all in for Carmen. Now, my thing is this, when shit goes down, why the fuck is it always when Candy's ass is somewhere yonder doing some other shit? And then when Candy finally does come out after Joyce, Mama Joyce and her goons start trying to act as if Carmen started some shit, which we know damn well Mama Joyce was all up in that ass from the minute she sat the fuck down on that couch with two goons, okay? After all the bullshit, Candy comes out the motherfucking fitting room or whatever the fuck and is like,
oh, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on, wait a minute.
I'm like, bitch, your mama is clowning. Check your mama, boo. I understand you ain't trying to disrespect your mama, but there comes a point in time where your mama has gone way too far. Now, we already saw the interaction between them and Todd or whatever the fuck. Now they're in a public setting at the wedding store, okay? Her mama done brought over some motherfucking goons to try to back that shit up. Now, another thing that I was tripping off of was the fact that that other bitch, the other aunt or whatever, that kept coming over trying to break up Mama Joyce and Carmen was all up in Carmen's face like she did some disrespectful shit. And I'm sitting here like, are you not looking at your sister or whoever the fuck she is to you? She trying to throw a shoe at the bitch. And Carmen's sitting poised and all together as hell, trying not to disrespect Mama Joyce. But in the meantime, she has every single right to, of course, stand her ground, because the bitch is out here talking like she out here dirty dog and Candy with Todd. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, Candy comes out. Carmen has to be pulled away because there's too much shit going on. Mama Joyce embarrassing everybody and their mama. And as Candy comes out, because Carmen's over to the side, you know, trying to get calmed down by the other motherfucker. And of course, here go Candy's mama's, you know, sister, whatever the fuck her name is, talking about some, you know, I was trying to break them apart because Carmen was trying to get up all in her face. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You gonna just lie on the bitch? There's television cameras everywhere. She gonna see the shit after the fact, even after all of this shit, knowing that Candy knows how fucking disrespectful her mama has been and how fucked up this whole situation is. You see how she don't even, she ain't even tripping off her mama. She's like, yeah, you know, I know how my mama is. I guess not everyone understands how she is. Bitch, check your mama. Your mama's disrespecting everybody. She's making your life a living hell. And in the grand scheme of things, is it really worth it? Now Carmen's over on the side crying. She's been ride or die with you for a long ass time. So after all of that, these little stupid ass motherfuckers, little goons and shit, are gonna sit here and talk about some, go ahead and keep on trying dresses. And then she gonna be like,
If it's gonna keep everybody quiet, I'm gonna go ahead and put on a dress.
bitch, did you not notice these motherfuckers clowning? You didn't think it was right at this point in time to say some shit to your mama like, you need to leave, calm down, you can't be disrespecting my friends like this, this is embarrassing as fuck. Nah, the bitch instead goes ahead, goes to the back, tries on another motherfucking dress, and then comes out like,
What do y'all think?
and these motherfuckers gonna be like, I don't want you to get married, no way. And of course, all the other goons said the same shit. Really, bitch? Fix your shit. Check your mama, boo. Check your mama. To be completely real, I ain't even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Real Housewives of Atlanta is a motherfucking trip. Now, would it be a trip if it wasn't for this whole Todd, Candy, Mama Joyce, whatever the fuck situation? I don't even know, because now it's the Candy, Mama Joyce, and Todd Carmen show, okay? And I'm like, shit, I'm kind of over talking about this shit. Like, I just wish the bitch would get up in her mama's ass and do some shit. Like, shit, check your mama, do something. Because at this point, it's like, none of the other storylines even fucking matter at this point. It's literally just Candy's storyline. And honestly, I can only take so much.
I don't even know if I'm gonna try on any more dresses. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my mom.
Like the monotone shit. I mean, y'all notice Carmen talks like that bitch too. She kind of talks like Candy a little bit. She be on some,
Yeah, you gotta pick between your mama and me.
and of course Candy's like,
I can't pick between my mama. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my mama. She be on some other stuff.
really? I can't take it. So this shit needs to be resolved at some point in time. Cause shit, a motherfucker like me, ugh. Look, I can't wait to see what the fuck happens with all this shit. To be completely real, I'm really ready for this fucking storyline to be done. I mean, how many more times can Mama Joyce disrespect the whole situation, disrespect her daughter, disrespect Todd, embarrass herself? Like, this is ridiculous. I don't remember her mama acting like this in any way, shape, or form in any other seasons prior to. And she's been in every fucking season damn near. But anyway, let me know your comments down below. Let me know what y'all thought of all that happened in this episode. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are about this shit. Rumor has it that supposedly, you know, Todd and Candy done eloped in Mexico or some shit. I only saw a few little things on the blogs, but I don't know if it's been confirmed or whatever the fuck. But supposedly they done got eloped, which is exactly what the fuck I would do at this point, you know. But I feel like she done did that shit. If she did get, you know, married or whatever, or go and elope or whatever, I feel like it was just another cop out, so she didn't have to deal with her mama or whatever. But either way, y'all already know next week we're gonna go ahead and recap this shit once again. Make sure to leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. And yeah, thumbs up the video if you guys like seeing these recaps. And of course, Love and Hip Hop is coming and it's on its way. Y'all know what to do. Hit me up on Twitter, twitter.com/SocialiteSandy. Hit me up on my Facebook fan page or Pinterest page. Those links are down below. Hit me up on my blog, TheSocialiteLife.blogspot.com, and hit me up on Instagram at SocialiteSandy. And y'all already know I love y'all. And I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye. Back with a brand new motherfucking video for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Trying to do, you know,